Hello, beautiful soul family. Rebecca here, your vibe mentor, bringing you another video on how to raise your vibration so you can live your best life. Let's talk today about the Monday Magic Intuitive Energy Reading, my favorite day of the week, where I give my personal read on the energy from an intuitive energy standpoint. These videos are designed to let you know that if you happen to be in this same vein of energy, that you are not alone. We are all in this together. Of course, keeping in mind that based on location or who knows all of the different factors, it could be ley lines, it could be what you ate yesterday, it could be the circumstances that you're dealing with in your life and when you might feel this energy. It's interesting because there's a couple people locally who feel it a couple days after, and so it's always interesting when we become in sync and when we sense the same energy. But in my experience, I have found that people are either in it already or will be shortly. So these videos have been my favorite to create, and I love to show up for you every Monday for the intuitive energy reading, Monday Magic. All right, so let's jump in. The energy. It's interesting because I kind of wanted to take a step back and kind of look at where we have been. So in September, there was a speeding up that happened. There was an amplification. There was a palpable quickening of the energy that created this sense of momentum, and things were happening, and we had to kind of go to keep up with the energy. And then something happened in October. I said October speed, or I'm sorry, September speed, October backslide, where the energies in October were certainly far more dense. And the beauty is that it is November, remember, so we get to pull out of this. That in October, the ego reared its ugly head. It was filled with lack, and that lack felt real. The density was very heavy, and there was an impatience or a frustration that created discomfort for a lot of people. And I think that's one of the beautiful parts of coaching, and being able to connect with so many people in the community, either through the free healing sessions or my clients, that this is, you're never alone in this, that we are all in this together. We're all feeling that sense of having to put in extra effort to stay out of the muck, if you will, to stay focused on where we are going and what we are creating, and to remember that this seemingly real sense of lack or struggle is actually not real. That we are, the beauty is in November. November, remember, is about pulling out of this energy. I have a very strong sense that, it's kind of like, I'm glad October's done. Tomorrow is November. Today is October 31st. Happy Halloween, by the way. We are in the middle of eclipse season, so we just had an eclipse. We have another one coming November 8th, which will be interesting because that happens to be election day in the United States. The eclipse is conjunct, I think, within a couple degrees, Uranus, which is the planet of sudden change. So it will be very interesting to see how that plays out. So it's nice to see that, or I should say, nice to feel, right? The intuitive sense. My clairs are knowing and feeling, and so I have a general knowing that November is, and as I tap in and I meditate and I ask for this information, November, remember, is what came through. And so there is a general sense and feeling that we are sort of nearly out of the thick of it, right? That tomorrow, in November 1st, is going to be a significant relief, whether or not that happens for you tomorrow. But again, like I said, it can be a couple days. But as we get out of October, there's a strong sense that we are putting this density and heaviness behind us, which is interesting because I pay more attention to moon cycles and astrology than I do, the calendar that was chosen by man. But in this case, October is a very separate energy from November. The fog is lifting, and we are returning to our more pure state. It's interesting because when I was writing that down, I wanted to change the word pure, but it was very clear guidance that was the term to be used. I get the sense of what that means is returning to our truth, right? That remembering our wholeness, what that means is looking at that frustration, that impatience, the heaviness, the density. Those are illusions. That we are already whole. We are already we are already complete. We are an aspect of Source, right? I am just an aspect of Source expressing as Rebecca. If I am an aspect of Source, I am already whole. I am already complete. There is no lack, right? If I am one with Source, I love the Bible verse that says that I am the Father and the Father is, I am in the Father and the Father is in me. There can be no lack. There can be no frustration. There can be no impatience. There can be no heaviness, no density. It is a belief. It is an illusion. It is Maya. So as we remember our wholeness, if we remember the law of one, that we are all one, we are all part of the infinite source of creation, right? Then I am infinite supply. I am infinite abundance. There can be no separation. The frustration, the impatience, the illusion of my own creation. That one was very clear when that came through. It is because it is my own creation, I have a choice. I get to choose to remember. I get to choose to stand in my divinity. We all have an opportunity to remember our wholeness, to remember our oneness, to set down the heavy burden that we choose to carry when we cling to a belief. This is a movie, and I am the director as well as the main character. We are creating our reality around us all the time. And it starts with the beliefs that we choose. So the beauty of remembering is that it's safe to let go. I'm just covered in goosebumps. I love it when the energy comes through so strongly. It is safe to let go. Let it be easy. Put down the struggle. Let go of the illusion of control. And that one was interesting. That was another one that really, I wanted to change that because it didn't make sense that I am whole and I am complete and I am the infinite source of supply. I am infinite abundance. It is my movie. And yet, control is an illusion. And the general sense of knowing of what that is intended to communicate is, it's the ego mind, the belief in separation, the belief in lack, the illusion of impatience is a form of control of the ego. The ego wants to say, there is separation. I have to struggle. I have to work hard. I have to overwork. And I will admit, I will be honest, I will be vulnerable in this moment and say, I fell into that. September especially, and I felt the result of it in October. The doing too much, the taking on too much. Coming from a place of belief that it was my job to manage all these things. I love October backslide because that's exactly what it felt like. I know that I am whole. I know I am a spark of the divine. I know I am an aspect of source. I know that I am infinite abundance. I know the law of one intimately. And yet I still fell into that illusion. But thank God for November Remember, because it's all flooding back. And that's what it means to let go of the illusion of control. We're still creating, but we're creating from a place of ease, a place of surrender, a place of wholeness, a place of it's already done. It's already done, and all I need to do is feel it, be in it, I also have a strong sense of the universe wanting us to do a trust fall. This one felt funny. I noticed there's a couple of them I wanted to, argue with the universe. I wanted to argue with Source for a minute and find better words, but of course I am doing my job in full surrender. I deliver the message as it comes through. This is an opportunity to do a trust fall with the universe. The universe will catch you because it is you. So there's a softening in the energy. Ooh, goosebumps. There's a loving embrace, a remembering of the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God. There is a peace and an ease available in this energy. As we turn the corner of